right, y'all. We back. Sorry about that. So yeah, bro. What's your opinion on all this ICE stuff? You know, happening in LA, New York now, even in Omaha. You know, it's
starting to come to Omaha.
It's starting to just go everywhere. So what's your opinion?
Okay, I feel like for this, like you got to separate a lot of. There's a whole lot of different issues going on.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, one, could we admit that violence of any sort is completely uncalled for?
100%.
Okay, so it's two separate issues, and okay, I'm speaking LA specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Two separate things that's conflating into one.
Right.
I feel like there's people protesting peacefully, and they're not showing that. They're showing, all the riots and I feel like that right there is completely wrong. Like, But I also coming from a person who is legally here,
right,
the right way,
had
to go through the whole system, and pay my just due, wait my turn, everything like that. The reason why I side with that kind of is because you have to do things the right way. It's like it's like a spit in the face of people who want to come here legally, right?
Okay. Yeah.
It's a spit and I'm conflicted with this, bro. I could tell you the truth. Like, I'm conflicted with this because for me, I did things the right way. I came here on a student visa. I went through college, everything, and then I went into my application. I paid my almost 10K, bro. I had to pay my.
That's crazy. Okay, good. Go ahead. What's the process? I don't even know the process. So
crazy. It's a process.
So even being, considered being legal here, like
you could get your green card first, your permanent resident, which I do have. Before you go into trying to become a citizen. But even that process, you have to pay lawyer fees to even do that for you. You have to pay the state in order to put in your application. Then you gotta wait like up to 2 years sometimes, bro.
Right.
You gotta wait up to 2 years, and
that's a long fucking time,
bro,
man.
To just be sitting on your hands, can't do much. You literally can't do much. You gotta keep your nose clean. You can't really do, So you gotta like dot your I's and cross your T's,
right?
And stay out of the way of trouble, do anything, because any little thing you can, So I went through that process.
Yeah.
So it's a spit. I feel like it's a spit in my face. And all the other people who did things the right way, for somebody to just come. And that ain't even for me to say, because I'm not a citizen. Some people think I deserve to go back home, Some people don't think any illegal is supposed to be here, which I think is ironic and stupid, because I feel like, bro, if all these illegals go, the economy would fail.
Fail as fuck.
The economy would crash, because and I don't want to say there's illegal jobs that most white people or most Americans wouldn't do, but it's standing the test.
If they really want to do those jobs, they would.
And it's standing the test of time.
Those hard labor jobs.
All you see is, not to say that this wrong, but all you see is Mexicans on top of the roof, bro. All you see is Mexicans building houses on top of, that's their trade. That's what they're good in,
Cutting grass.
Yeah. And I'm not to say that, because not to say that that's a Mexican job, but when it comes to hard, good.
When you think of hard workers, you think of what?
Mexicans.
Hispanics.
Let's be honest. There's stereotypes for a reason.
Yeah.
So I feel like the solution to this, for me, would be I side with Trump when it comes to getting illegal immigrants that commit crime out of the country. That's one.
Is it just committing crimes, or is he? Because I've heard he's taking people that ain't even committed no crimes. Or people that's technically they legal here, he's still taking them.
That's what I'm hearing.
Out of this country.
That's what I'm hearing too. Which is
so. My thing is it really about these people? You know, is it really about the ones committing crimes, or is it about you want this to be an all white, as white as it can be?
I don't think so, bro. Because Trump is a person who deals in real estate. Like hear me out. Before he even started all this whole political run, he deal in real estate. You think all of the buildings, the amount of real estate Trump and his dad had, no Mexicans was working on them in New York? Come on, bro.
That's probably where his hate. That's probably where his hate for Hispanics come from.
I doubt it, bro.
He sees all the Hispanics working on it. Yo, I want my people. Working on these houses, having these jobs.
That, bro. I don't even think.
You don't think. You don't. So you don't think there's no.
Trump even have a racist bone in his body, bro.
Wow.
What I think is he's an opportunist. I think Trump is an opportunist.
No way.
But I don't think Trump have a racist bone in his body, bro.
Wow.
To be honest, he got this. Some people in his. Some far right people in his base is racist.
Okay. If he's not racist, right? Here's my question. If you don't, wow, it's crazy. You think he has no racist bone in his body? Okay. So why is it that Trump is bringing white Africans from Africa, immigrants? He's bringing white immigrants to this country illegally. Why is that a thing?
That's a great talking point, right?
Yeah.
But
just challenging saying he has no racist bones. If that's the case,
I doubt it.
Why is he bringing? Okay,
I doubt it.
I think it's about skin color with him, and a lot of these other people that just don't want to admit the truth. Why is he bringing white immigrants to this country illegally though?
Illegally or legally?
Illegally
through seeking.
He doesn't. He said, "Okay, I don't want no illegal immigrants in this country, et cetera, et cetera." Damn, you're protecting these white immigrants
that seeking
in these African countries
that's seeking asylum from South America, from South Africa,
and the South African president and a lot of other people, white farmers over there, has admitted they are not being treated badly over there. They're being treated great.
Who admitted that?
What's the South African?
I seen a lot. But South Africa.
There's been so many white farmers over there that said, "Yo, we get treated great over here."
Of course. The South African president gonna come and act like.
But no white farmers. There's multiple TikTok videos.
I haven't seen
white farmers. Though I swear, there's been hella white farmers come out and say.
I haven't seen that. For myself.
So you gonna believe Trump why do you believe Trump's side and not the South African president?
Because of course he gonna act like there's nothing like that going on in his country.
It's the same thing for Trump. It's the same thing for Trump though. Why not? Really? Why not have that same energy for Trump? Trump's saying that they're being treated badly over there, so I'm gonna bring them over here. You don't have that energy for nobody else in any other country, Mexico or anywhere that's being treated badly, and you're not bringing them over there.
Bro,
why is he bringing them over? Because they are white, bro.
Listen. So
he ain't bringing no black Africans, over here.
So why? In the history of presidents, right? Why, I could say the same thing. Why have Trump been the only president to give HBCUs the most amount of federal funding out of any president in the history of the United States of America? If he was racist, tell me that.
HBCUs are charter schools. They're ran by white people. He gives it to him. He's donated the most because that's a shut the fuck up. I've donated the most, so y'all can't call me racist. That's the only reason. That's a hush.
Okay,
this is a hush.
Okay. Let me give you a next point. Right? Who would you say in your lifetime was the best president you ever seen in your lifetime?
None.
You've never seen a.
I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. But I think they're both evil parties.
Yeah, of course.
It's just, bro. Look, here's how I see it: Republican, Democrat. Okay, yo, I'm gonna be real. Okay, please skip this if you don't like what I'm about to say.
Speak your piece,
yo,
bro.
Here's how I look at it. Here's where I look at it. Democrats, okay, the red and
Democrats blue.
Democrats blue, Republicans red. Okay, niggas, pick which side you want to pick. They're both evil. Pick the red side or the blue side of the cornfield you want to go fucking be on, and boom, you're fucked either way. That's how I look at it, and I'm on the side of fuck both parties. They're both evil. Don't like none of them.
So what you would want to see for the?
I'm an American, born and raised in this damn country. Sadly, and am I happy to be from here? No, because this fucking country is built on a lie. In my opinion, this whole country is built on a lie. Hispanics were originally, if we want to go down in real history, Hispanics were here before fucking white people. Technically, California, Los Angeles is Hispanic. It's Hispanic.
It was in Mexico.
Yes, it was. They were here before fucking white people came here, and back in 42. They were here way before. No, 1492. My bad, I'm tripping. 1492. They were here way before these fucking white people even got here. And white people stole this land from we all know who, Native Americans. This whole country is built on a lie. And it doesn't belong to any fucking one. But then really the Native Americans, this is really their land. And I'm a person of history. And I believe who the original owners is, they are the real original owners. And it needs to stay that way. I believe black people need to go back. I like that. I'm not too knowledgeable on everything that's going on in Africa right now, but I'm glad they're reuniting right now. I'm glad they're accepting.
I want to go to Africa right now.
What the fuck? Africa is beautiful as fuck. They're reuniting right now. Anything and everything. Africa is the biggest, most diverse continent on the planet, and they are reuniting. Africa is beautiful as hell. Of course, they like to promote the bad side of it, especially here in America, because that's how America is.
So you seen that video of this lady who fled from America because of the racism and went to Ghana, and what she had to say about it?
That's one person.
There's many people like that.
Do you know how many good reviews I can show you though? I'm just saying it can go both ways, bro. Yeah. No matter look, you can go any a person can go to the Bahamas, Mexico, Russia. There's gonna be multiple people to say there's good parts about it and there's bad parts.
And there's great things about America and there's bad things about America. In any country, there's.
And I'm just saying this whole country is built on a fucking lie.
Okay, bro. Okay, so let's break this down. Let's break this down, right?
If you want to go based on history wise, this is
based on history.
Donald Trump is definitely a fucking racist.
There was an age of discovery where countries were going out the same energy you have for these white people. Spaniards was doing that.
But I don't hate white people though. I don't hate white people.
Okay, but what I'm telling you is the same thing.
I love my Hispanics and everybody else.
Of course, but the same thing that English white people was doing, Spaniards was doing it. Everybody else was doing it because it was the age of discovery. In Christopher Columbus' time, they were going out and exploring the world.
Fuck Christopher Columbus.
Finding these lands. And I'm not saying that's a great thing. It happened.
He ain't even a real founder. That's a lie as well.
Of course, they say he had.
He ain't the real founder of shit. That's a
black
fucking
people,
lie.
They say he had black people, but who knows? Because who knows what's true from what's not true? Who write history is the people who win. Simple.
Yeah.
So Who knows what's the truth from what ain't the truth? What I'm saying is, back in those days, that age of discovery, it was normal for people to go and find land and capture land and expand their territories. That's what kingdoms do, bro. That's what most people did. They fled England because they was going through civil war there, the Boston Teacup, whatever was going on back then. They fled to America and they took land. It was unfair. It was unjust. It was okay. We get that, bro. But as a whole, when America formulated a country, right? And they wrote the American Constitution and everything like that, America became a nation, a powerhouse, right? A country right then and there. So, yes, it was terrible what they did to the Indians. It was terrible, but everybody was doing that. So it became...
Not everybody was doing that.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was normal for people to go out and discover land and take land and
does that make it right?
Because it was normal. Make it right.
It shouldn't have been normal.
I'm not saying that, but as far as America being a country, bro, America being a country, there's no, and this coming from a person that came from a third world country, to come here, and live out the American dream, right? You could smile, you could do, but this coming from me, bro. This is coming from me, a third world. Bro, America, I don't see no greater piece of rock to live on other than America, bro. The things you saying in this mic right now, you think you would be able to say that about African presidents and stuff like that without getting shot dead? For saying
yes, you can. There's multiple African podcasts that I watch.
But listen to what I'm saying. Africa, they have it's a continent, rebel groups.
It's the biggest continent.
Yeah,
it's the biggest,
and they have
most diverse continent.
You could say that in some African countries, you can't get away with that. And in some African,
you
can't get away with.
It depends how big you are. First and foremost, it depends how big you are. If you're as big as me, if you guys made subscribers as me in Africa, fuck no, you're gonna be fine. If you say that here and you're a big podcaster, you might be in trouble. It depends who you are. It depends who you are. Look at all the black heroes they assassinated in this country. Look how they died because of what they said. Look how Martin Luther King died. Look how Malcolm X died. Fred Hampton, Huey P. Newton.
Okay, so
look how all they died because of what they said. So what you say that you can't say in Africa, you can't even do it here either.
Listen to me. But you think Martin Luther King? Those last 2 years of Martin Luther King, not the one that not that peaceful one that they be trying to preach. I'm talking about the last 2 years before he died, when he woke up and realized that peaceful shit don't work. If Martin Luther King was to wake up right now and see what's happening in this country right now, what you think he would say? There
would be nothing. Yo, he ain't made no fucking. There's been no progress. There's been no progress since then. What? Because black people could get some money? That don't mean shit. Money does not mean power. Money, the people think because money that does not mean freedom. Money is not freedom in all cases. That doesn't mean nothing. A lot of people think, because I can come to America, make more money, and that I can't do it in my country, that means that I'm free. That don't mean nothing.
You want to be,
and it can get taken away from you just like that. It can get taken away from you. Just like that.
In this day's America,
look how
In this day's America,
and I'm gonna show you the difference.
Listen, in this day's America,
let's
you think you can get you can lose everything without due process in this country right now.
Just like that, you can
in
lose
this country right now.
Just like that, you can lose everything. Snap with your finger.
If that was the case, LeBron wouldn't have been who he is right now.
What has LeBron done to get his stuff taken away?
Bro, you know how many times this nigga speaked out against what America was is doing
He ain't
for the
done,
country.
He ain't done nothing. He ain't done nothing that's a threat to them, to white people in power. That's why he ain't done nothing. He owns charter schools. He don't own nothing. Okay, he's a billionaire basketball player right now, but he's never said anything or done anything that's a threat to them.
So having a charter school isn't a threat to America.
Do you know what a charter school is, bro?
No, a charter school.
A charter school is owned by white people, but funded by the black person. It's a charter school,
bro. Having a whole school that a black person started, you trying to tell me isn't a threat to white?
It's not owned by him. It's a charter school, bro. It's owned by them, but funded. His name is just on it. It's owned by them. Their money is in it. He donates to it. That's charter school. He has no own rights to it. He doesn't get the last say on what happens to the school.
This is coming.
We own nothing in this country. We have no black hospitals. We have no black banks. We have no black supermarkets. We have no black nothing.
And you trying to tell me a black person can't own a bank right now?
Nothing that has been changed since Martin Luther King days.
You're trying to tell me there's but whose fault that is? Well, listen to what I'm saying. You trying to tell me there's not a black person that can own a bank right now in America, in this day's America?
And it's our fault.
Come on, bro.
It's our fault. I admit it's our fault.
All right. Okay.
But look, bro.
Okay, so you can't blame.
I'm not listening. Okay,
we are.
Listen, a lot of people
for a black person.
A lot of people are
not starting a bank.
A lot of black people are afraid of what's going to happen because of history. Look what happened to Black Wall Street.
Is it lady here?
Huh?
Is it lady here?
No. It's
I'm
good.
sorry.
No. It's good. No.
My bad.
No. It's good, bro.
Yeah.
No. Look what happened to Black Wall Street. What happened to that?
Bro, what I'm telling you is
we owned our own everything because of history, and all got taken down because it was a threat to who?
Listen to me.
White people in power, bro. In this country.
I understand that, but that was back in the days, bro.
And I'm trying to tell you, because of history, black people are afraid of what's going to happen. Do we need to hold on?
Something,
bro. Do we need to take some blame on that? Some accountability? Yes, bro. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Okay. We need to take accountability on some of that stuff.
All right,
we don't need to be. We shouldn't be fucking afraid to start our own shit. I'm just trying to tell you.
But I understand.
Go ahead.
I understand that you're passionate about this, but what I'm saying is,
and you saying going to Africa is wrong? Fuck, hell no.
I say it's wrong.
Hell no.
You would not want to go to Africa.
I want to go to Africa. Look what the fuck they're doing right now.
Well, why do
they're building?
I don't want to take this stance, right? So then, why don't you go then? Like, why don't you go?
That's my plan.
To Africa.
One day, that is my plan. That is my plan. Yes, 100%. 100%.
But okay, so all I'm saying
they're inviting black people. They're inviting black descent people from America and all other countries to come back.
So coming from somebody that
in 5 years from now, the percent of black people in America will go down 100%.
Coming from somebody from a third world country, let me tell you something, bro. The luxuries that you looking over right now, that you hear and you saying that America is a fucked up country for this and for that. When you go to these third world countries, you are going to understand why America,
that doesn't make it right, bro.
America.
That doesn't make it
luxury,
right,
bro.
Okay,
but listen,
that's like Democrat and Republican. One is bad and the other one's worse, bro.
My chest.
My bad. Go ahead, bro. Your point is that because America is not that bad. You go to these other countries, it's not. You're gonna look at America as be great. Look at it and say, it's not that bad.
Have you traveled to a third world country before?
No, I haven't. Not yet.
Before, I invite you to come to the Bahamas, bro, so I could show you the vast difference between living in a third world country and living in America.
I bet that won't change my mind about America, though. Well, it won't change my mind. It won't
change your mind about some things.
It may be worse than America.
It won't change your mind about some things, right? But it will give you a different perspective on a lot of things that people take for granted in America.
I don't take nothing for granted.
Listen to me. There's people in my country right now who have to take buckets, put it on top of their roof, wait for rainwater to take a shower, bro. Listen to me. There's people in my country, when I grow up, I ain't even had a ceiling fan, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? People have AC. AC It's a luxury to have, bro. It ain't. You don't have these things. You taking these small things for granted and saying this America is so fucked up. But until you go to a third world country, I invite you to come to a third world country. I'm not saying the things that America has done.
I don't let luxuries distract me from what was really important, bro.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is you are going to realize certain things in these third world countries, or that is missing in these third world countries, or a luxury in America. Some of these things, people are scamming you in these third world countries. Number one, you're not. First of all, since they hear your accent from America, they charging you out the ass for certain things. Two, you can't even get no government funding in these third world countries because they don't have no funds, because all of the people in power have money and don't want to help regular citizens.
Basically same here, bro. Somewhat.
How many people?
Not as bad as there.
How many people are living in America off of welfare? How many people are living in America off of welfare? And even welfare is a fucked up system. I'm not saying it's not fucked up, because that's what they use to
separate the mom and the dad.
Yeah. But how many people could say they could live for free and get food stamps and get all these other luxuries in other third world countries? How many people could wake up tomorrow and start a business in these third world countries and flourish? There's none of that opportunity when you get out of
everything you're saying, bro, is luxury stuff, bro.
There's none of that things, bro. What do you mean luxury?
It's materialistic things. I'm not a materialistic type of person. Anymore.
Food stamps. That's materialistic, or that's necessities, bro?
Okay, that's necessities. Like, that's things you need. Okay, housing. Hospital.
Hospitals. No, what'll happen if you go to a third world country and ask my sister about her experience of having a kid in the Bahamas? I would never wish that on a person ever in my entire life, bro. I would never wish that on a person. They don't even have no country. No, they don't even have no systems to hold these businesses.
That's not Africa,
for
though.
the things that they. Bro,
I have friends. No, hold on, bro, because you can't tell me, because I have friends that live in Africa. That's from here. That live there now.
Me too.
You know, you have a lot more opportunities out there. They say you have a lot more opportunities out there than here as well. I can go into way crazy deeper details than that. You know, but all I'm saying is that I don't know how you view Africa in your head, but I view it in a positive way. I see a lot of positive in it, view from it. In America, they show Africa as this, poor desert, walking around way. That's how they show it. That's not how it is, though.
Listen to me. There's ghettos and slums everywhere. In every country.
Africa is reuniting right now. They're welcoming
the ghettos and the slums in America. I'm telling you, it's vastly different from the ghettos and slums in third world countries, bro.
That doesn't make it right. Bro. That doesn't make it right, bro. There's a lot of schemes. I hear what you're saying, bro. I hear what you're saying. But all I'm saying is, bro, a person that's born and raised and from here. There's a lot of schemes and different ways I can, say that, hey, here doesn't make it any better than there. All I'm saying is that you can get all these things and stuff like that, but it can get taken away by basically doing whatever freedom of speech really ain't freedom of speech here as well. They say this is the land of freedom of speech and all that other shit.
But you sitting here bashing America and about to put it out and not say you have freedom of speech when you can't even do that.
It depends who you are.
Do that in China.
It depends who you are.
Do that in China. But what do you mean it depends?
I'm a black man. I can't go to fucking China.
What are you talking about?
China don't fucking accept black people over there.
Any Asian that bash Xi Jinping, you know what happening to them? getting decapitated. They're getting offed.
It depends how big they are.
Bro, I am telling you, anybody
I don't disagree with that, though.
Riot.
I don't disagree with that.
You don't disagree with what? What I'm telling you right now?
Yeah.
So you can't say that there's no freedom of speech in America.
All I'm saying is that
what you're saying
on a microphone. Here's my point.
You bought. You have a laptop, a camera phone pointing at you right now, bashing the country that you live in, and you telling me that there's no freedom of speech, and we putting this out.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Here's my thing. Here's my thing.
Putting this out with no consequences, bro.
Here's my thing.
What is going to happen to you for saying what you said about America right now?
I don't know. Probably nothing.
Absolutely zero things, and you saying it with confidence, my guy. You can say that with confidence.
You're missing my point, bro. Here's my point. What you're saying that can happen in other countries can also happen here. But my point is that it depends who you are. When I gave you a little history lesson on what happened to other people in history in this country.
In history,
it hasn't changed. The system has not changed. The system, the only thing different between then and now is that yes, we money wise, etc. More accessories. We have more accessories. Okay, that's it. That doesn't mean freedom or nothing.
If the system have not changed,
it depends who you are and what your name is. If a person bigger than me with a bigger platform says something like this, that's going to get more viewership. They could be in some fucking trouble. They expose them on certain type of things.
Candace Owens been exposing people on the left and the right.
Candace Owens, what the fuck? She's for white people in power. What are you talking about,
it, bro? That's just
Candace Owens.
You don't watch. You don't.
Come on! Oh my god!
That's how I know.
This man, you just use Candace Owens as your example.
That's how I know you don't watch Candace Owens.
What the fuck?
Listen to me.
Oh my god!
Candace Owens.
This man just used Candace Owens, y'all, as an example.
Listen to me. Candace Owens has been exposing people on the left and the right.
Not nobody white power. Right. Not nobody white power.
Yes, she exposing people like Jay Vance.
Check this.
She exposing people.
Check this.
What do you mean?
If that's the case,
she exposing people for.
Okay, hold on.
Exposing all these Jews that run things, right? The white people that run things, right?
What Jews?
What are you talking about?
What Jews have she exposed? Here's listen. Okay, let's take Diddy for an example, right? Hold on, bro. You didn't even hear what I'm about to say. You didn't even hear what I'm about to say.
Do not. Go ahead.
You didn't even hear what I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
I want to say if you are a new viewer, please hit that like, comment, subscribe, share.
Go ahead.
Okay, let's take Diddy for an example, right? We don't go too far into it, but Diddy, right? Rightfully so. What he's going through, being, I don't know about the sex trafficking shit. I don't really agree with that, but whatever. Is he a predator, fucking creepy guy? Yes. Should he go to fucking prison? Yes. Now, if
underneath,
okay. Now,
buried.
Let's go to a different route. Jeff Bezos, right? He's a man of power in this country. Predator as well. Big predator. There's been multiple videos come out on this man of him being with.
Show me. I would love to see a video of Jeff Bezos and the allegations of Jeff Bezos.
No, there's
being
been no
a sexual predator.
Time out, bro.
Underage girls.
Bro, you didn't even hear me. You didn't even hear me.
Crazy shit,
bro.
And nothing happened to him. Do I understand that people in power do fucked up things? Do I think they deserve?
You didn't even let me finish my point, bro. You didn't even let me finish my point.
Let me finish any point on this.
Yes, bro. Let you finish your whole point of going to third world countries and other stuff, bro. I'll let you finish.
Go ahead,
bro. Ahead. Like I said, because he is a white man in power in this country. There's been multiple videos on Twitter and the dark web that has gotten taken down of Jeff Bezos having especially after his divorce that he got third or second divorce, however many divorces he got. Time out. Him having multiple yacht parties and stuff like that, having 15, 16-year-old girls on his fucking yacht, partying, having sex with them, getting them drunk. Because it is on, bro. Because, hold on, time out. Because it is on the dark web. It's gotten taken down.
This is the first time I ever heard.
That's my point. That is my point.
First person
in this country, they protect white people in power. They protect their own. They would never let some shit like that get out or get you fucking exposed. The first person that comes out with this shit, they will they'll come up with a lie about how they die. You're not listening to me, bro. You're not listening to me, bro.
That gone to jail for being a freaking sex predator, and they pick.
Okay, what happened with the HBO guy? What happened with the HBO dude that they was talking about with the Nickelodeon? What happened to him? Why they dropped that?
What HBO dude?
The HBO Nickelodeon white dude. What's the fucking name? Hold on. You know what I'm talking about. Hold on.
I heard stuff about Disney characters, like with all That's So Raven and all and Zach and Cody and what's going with them.
No. Hold on.
I never heard nothing about no Nickelodeon.
What's that dude's name? What the fuck is that dude's name?
I've never heard about no Nickelodeon.
Hold on.
But all I'm saying is, whilst you're looking all of this up, all I'm saying is, a lot of people think that America is not the greatest country to live in until they go somewhere else to live, bro.
It's not.
And all the people who went somewhere else to live and living a great life
That's
and
not
somewhere
true.
else to live have already been millionaires and rich and moved to these places, bro. I'm telling you.
No.
I'm telling you.
I have people I know that went to Africa and all these other multiple different countries in Africa. Basically, kind of went there with, I'm not gonna say nothing. They had something. You have to go to these countries with something, but they love it there. I'm just saying, you're making it seem like just because. You make it seem like only America, like, yo, that's crazy.
Only America, what?
Is like, you can go and have good opportunities and have a great experience. That's crazy. That's crazy.
America is the greatest place. When have you ever seen...
What the fuck is great about ripping people from their fucking families that are legal here and work hard and pay taxes to be here? What the fuck is great about people of color being killed in the fucking streets because of their skin color, being ripped from their fucking houses as well? What's great about that shit? What's great about people like Diddy having to being taken down while Jeff Bezos could be a fucking predator? Quentin Tarantino could be a fucking predator. He likes little girls' feet. Why did they put feet in all of his fucking movies? He loves little girls' feet. Nobody, he sleeps with little girls, underage girls, 17, maybe 18, a couple 18-year-olds, whatever is legal here. Still weird as fuck at his age. What the fuck is good about that?
That is a predator.
What the fuck is good about that? He will never do prison time. Leonardo DiCaprio will never do prison time. He likes little girls. He will never do prison time. Jeff Bezos likes little girls. He will never do prison time. Why? Because he's white and he's in power. And his money and his skin color is keeping him protected in this country. That's why. So nothing is good about that shit.
Listen to me, bro.
You trying to compare America to other third world countries and shit like that? I'm just saying, okay, you have bad shit in every single other country. No country is perfect, but ain't shit perfect about this fucking country. That's all I'm saying.
But you saying that when you
all is on the mic and all that other stuff. People can do that shit in there's other podcasters in other countries who say bad shit about their country. Ain't nothing gonna happen to them.
Do it in England then. Do it in England.
I will never go to. I don't want to go to England. What the fuck is in England?
Do it in.
I don't want to go to England.
You say I only speaking on third.
I don't want to go to China. I don't want to go to England.
Said I'm only speaking on third world countries. Do it in England. Let's see what happened. England in the third.
I'm a black man. A black man in England speaking like that. Yo, okay, yes, it's a different.
But why is everything having to do with race though, bro?
It's not about everything being about race. Man. Okay, I don't know, how out there you are.
There's fucked up things that happen to our black people in America. Yes, I get that, but you can't tell me that things have became drastically worse or stayed the same in today's America, bro. There's no way you can convince me of that, bro. There's absolutely no way. When I came here and I have a business, I have a flourishing business.
That's your experience, bro.
When
That's
I
your
came
experiences.
here and I
not everybody else has came to this country. There's a lot of other people that's came to this country legally and have bad experiences. Just because you can say that, you're only speaking from you're only speaking for you, bro.
Of course, I'm only speaking from my perspective,
and that's not fair. You trying to base this on
other people came here legally and had problems doing anything.
There's hella Hispanics. There's hella Hispanics right now being ripped away from their families that are here legally. It doesn't. That are here legally. That are here legally. Yes. So you said.
I haven't.
Wow, that's crazy.
I haven't seen that.
That's crazy. Bro, that's crazy.
These people.
So you say everybody right now that's been taken out of this country right now, all these Hispanics. You mean to tell me every single last one of them are illegal?
The only reason.
Come on.
Why
yo.
This is being highlighted is because Trump is. This is something that Trump campaigned on. Was getting.
This is why I won't go to other countries either, especially like China, England, and all them.
Shit. I'm so sorry about that, but I love your girlfriend because your girlfriend is wiping me up. I love her. What? Yes, that's true. I'm so sorry about that. Wait. I don't think you understand what you're saying. Do you speak English? Yes, I am racist. What?
I can go to countries like that for that reason, because I will go to fucking prison if a motherfucker talk to me like that. That is that's normal in other countries for them to talk to black people like that and not have no fucking consequences. So when you say I'm trying to make everything about race, bro, I've seen this type of shit like this every fucking day in other countries, not just China, Tokyo, Japan, or it's every other country. So yes. I'm not trying to make I'm not trying to make everything about race though. That's not the thing. You're missing my point. Is what I'm saying. I feel like black people, we need to let white people have this fucking country. Let them run that shit to the fucking ground. We go back to where the fuck originally we come from, and build from there. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. But hey, I'm wrong. A lot of people think I'm wrong for that. Or it's bad. Why is it bad for us to go back to where we come from and build up from there?
Listen to me.
Because you can't talk to me like that, and I don't give a fuck what country I'm in. It's normal for people to talk to you like that as a black man in other countries.
Listen to me, bro.
I just had to show you a little example. I can go all day on this.
Me too.
All day on videos like this
not in other countries. To speak because you just speak.
Bro, I just let you speak while I was trying to search up.
But listen to me, bro. Listen to me. There's something that somebody break down, right?
And if I was to talk in the real quick, my bad, hold on. My bad, last thing to cut you off. If you was to say something back to that girl, you would get fucking lynched. Because you in that country, you're a black man. She could talk to you how she want or how they want. You say one thing back or do something back, you are gonna get fucking lynched. That is another reason why. So all I'm saying is that, bro, and it's the same in this country too. It's the same in this country too. But all I'm saying is that you making it seem like, okay,
that it's a luxury to be in America. Yes, that's what I'm making it seem like.
No, I'm saying it can happen.
Are you telling me that it's not a luxury to be in this country of America? So tell me where,
as a minority person, and not really. There's no,
bro.
Materialistic shit. That shit don't mean nothing.
Bro.
That don't mean freedom,
bro.
That don't mean freedom.
Listen,
I want equality. Money, shoes, cars, etc., houses and mansions and shit like that. That doesn't mean equality. That doesn't mean equality.
I'm not saying that's equality, but that's what black people spend their money on.
That's what everybody spends.
So whose fault is that?
I've always said yes. We need to take some type of accountability.
Okay, so
I've always said that.
So
yes.
The psychology of our people in America, right?
But what was the first thing I said? The first thing I said was we need to take accountability. Yes. And how we spend our money, what we spend our money on, yes, 100%. We need to take accountability on that because a lot of black people, a lot of minority people in period, whether you're black, Hispanic, whatever, are scared because of history.
So tell me something. If a group of black people start to build Black Wall Street, like how did it in Tulsa today, would white people come and blow that bitch down like how they blow Black Wall Street down without any accountability in today's society?
You want me to answer that for real?
I'm asking you.
Okay, here's my answer to that.
Answer the question though. Yes or no?
That.
Yes or no? Would white people be able 100%. To blow that bitch down without any accountability?
People thought they wouldn't then either.
What are you talking about?
What would be the difference?
Bro? That was the height of racism still.
Racism is still a fucking thing, bro. Racism is racism. Racism will never end.
Without accountability?
There's a lot of racist people that are being racist online without taking no accountability.
But that's
happening.
Freedom of speech. People who are acting. Listen to me.
So is racism bad or is it just freedom of speech? Which one, bro?
Listen to me.
You gotta pick one.
Listen to me. When you say freedom of speech, that comes with good speech, bad speech, hate speech, love speech, whatever speech.
Yeah.
If you act upon those racist shit, that's 100% of accountability that is coming to you.
Listen to my
1,000%, bro. Everybody that happened, like, what happened to the guy that killed George Floyd? Where is he right now?
Being about to be pardoned. That's what the fuck is about to happen. I know you seen the Trump. Trump thing about him about to pardon him.
Where is he right now for killing George Floyd? That's what I'm asking you.
It was on fucking camera. They got no fucking choice but to arrest him. If it wasn't on camera, he'll be free.
But that's why it's on camera, my boy. That's why they have body counts for. I'm not saying that there's no racist shit that happens in America.
You know what's funny? A lot of people that hold on real quick. A lot of people that were in that so-called prison that he's in. A lot of people. There's been multiple articles that come out and said that's gotten taken down as well because, like I said, white people in power, they control what the fuck gets out there. There's been multiple people, even people that in that prison that said they haven't even seen him in that prison. There's multiple people that say he probably not even in prison. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people saying that.
Confolery, bro.
Come on, bro. I ain't gotta lie about that.
In prison, the nigga is in prison, and his family is doing interviews about
one fucking person. That's one fucking. What about the black kid that stabbed that white kid in Texas? What about that? Why is he getting convicted for protect your? Hey, what about that?
He stabbed a white person to death. What are you talking about?
For fucking with him. He had no right. No, they were about to jump him, as a matter of fact. Two big ass white kids come up to someone and tell them to move. Y'all don't own this shit.
It was under their tent.
You don't own it though.
But it was under their tent, bro. All they was saying was simply
Texas
to move out of the.
They didn't. No. You got the context all wrong. You got the context all wrong. One of the brothers was violent with him, and they put their hands on him. He told the kids, "You put your hands on me." If a motherfucker put their hands on you, and you warn them and say, "Touch me again," and see what happens. What the fuck are you gonna do if they put their hands on you again? Two people bigger than you. Two people bigger than you at that.
They threatening his life. That give your hand the opportunity.
You don't go around
somebody to death.
You don't go around putting your fucking hands on people that you don't know, especially when they warn you and tell you don't put your hands on me. You put your hands on me, you gonna find out what happens.
That give you the opportunity to stop somebody.
Yes, it does. Bro. Yes, it fucking does. Because both of those twins were way bigger than him. That kid was only 120 pounds. Those kids were football players. You don't linebacker at that. He was a linebacker, a high school kid.
Bro, listen to me, bro.
You don't go putting your hands on people, demanding them to move.
First of all, what are you doing in a track meet, a high school track meet?
His friends was there. He has the right to be there.
Listen to me. I'm saying, what are you doing in a high school track meet with a freaking knife in
4-inch knife. 4-inch knife. And that's legal in Texas. You can have a 4-inch knife and it not be illegal. It was 4 inches. Bro, so that's legal. Next.
What are you doing in a high school?
It's legal.
High school track meet.
You didn't hear me just now. It's legal to have one. And there's been multiple kids at the school say yes. A lot of people carry them. Yes, a lot of people. It's in a racist ass small town in Texas. It's legal. Why not? He's a black kid in a small white racist town. Why not? He's supposed to have shit to protect himself. He can't have a gun. So why can't he carry around something to protect himself?
Bro, so you trying to tell me that it was okay?
He stabbed those fucking. He stabbed that white boy. That was valid for him to stab that kid. Unfortunate the kid died. He shouldn't have. It's sad he died, but you shouldn't go around trying to demand motherfuckers to move and then putting your hands on people twice. When he warned you the first time, don't fucking touch me. Why are you touching people?
Bro.
Come on, yo. You can't argue against that shit. I don't care who you are. You cannot argue against that.
What I'm telling you.
Two of them at that.
Bro, you cannot stab somebody at a track
Why
meet.
not?
Bro, you know how many other options?
It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter where he was at. It don't fucking matter if he was in church, bro. You don't put your fucking hands on people after they...
You know how many other options you had at a organized school track meet?
Where's that energy for the white kids? Why couldn't you go get security instead of putting your hands on that kid? Where's that energy for them?
I'm not saying it was okay.
But all I'm saying is, you sticking up for these white kids only, bro. And I'm just saying, you making it seem like this black kid is all in the wrong. I'm not saying
that it was wrong for them.
Don't put your hands on people.
Okay, I get that.
And he warned you.
Also shouldn't stab somebody to death, bro.
Touch me and see what happens,
bro.
Texas is protect yourself. It's a protect yourself state.
That's understandable, but you also don't stab a kid in high school over somebody telling you to move out their tent and them pushing you up. But you can't stab someone to death, bro.
At that point, my life is being threatened right now. At that point, my life is being threatened. I warned you not to put your hands on me,
bro.
And there's two of y'all, and y'all way bigger than me. I fucking warned you,
bro.
The kid literally said, "Here's his words: touch me again and find out what happens."
Bro,
are you gonna touch someone again after they say that? No, you're not.
Bro,
go get fucking security.
I'm not saying
the white kid should have went and got security and let them handle it. Don't put your hands on people.
I can't have this conversation with
Don't
you.
Don't put your hands on people. That's all it means.
This conversation with you right now because
come on,
bro. You literally, bro. I'm not saying that it was right or correct for this person to go.
I know those white kids was wrong 100%.
But let's get back onto the topic because I don't even know how we got deep down the rabbit hole.
In this country, shit like that. You talking about this George Floyd, the cop shit? Okay, they caught him red-handed. And there's white people coming out and saying, "Oh, George Floyd he was on drugs. He died of fentanyl."
Bro.
I do want to take this time to say, if you are a new viewer, please hit that like, comment, subscribe, share. Y'all, it's getting hot. All right, so where were we? Yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is, bro, this George Floyd cop shit. That I think that cop needs. He should have got death, in my opinion. And all that other shit, he should have got life in prison, no parole.
And I'm asking you, should all murderers get the death penalty then? All murderers
you can't prove all murders unless it's
proven that is proven to kill someone. All murderers that have admitted to killing someone should be put on the death penalty then.
100%.
And they should die. Yeah. That's what you're saying. Without cause.
Or life in prison without parole. No parole.
But you know what that would do? You know what that would do to our community? That kill.
If they was convict, you know, the real crime, a lot of crime people in this country, you will have way more white people than what there are in prison, and probably way more murderers. You know, and as it being white, because the stats in this country are all fucked up about, you know, black people committing the most crimes and immigrants and shit like that committing all these. The stats are all fucked up. It's all wrong.
They do that by percentages of how much black people here versus how much white people here that commit crime in percentage. So you could say the stats are all wrong, but is there more white people committing crimes? 1,000%,
100%.
because there's more white people in America than there is any other race in America. So
doesn't matter. If that's the case, why are there more black people in prison and being incarcerated in prisons than there are any other race?
Show me the stats.
You know that they are.
Show me the stats. Show me the stats. But
we can get into stats.
Yeah.
But you know that's the truth, bro.
But let's get back to the topic that caused us to go down the rabbit hole. What I was saying is, bro,
free that Texas black, free him, man. I don't give a fuck who, man. Free him. He did what the fuck he was supposed to do.
It's not right to stab somebody, bro. I can't
he had no choice.
I can't get with that, bro.
He had no choice. What do you want him to do?
I can't get down with that, bro.
Anyways, what would you do in that situation? You mean to tell me you're not gonna protect yourself?
A threat, threat to my life with two. Well, first of all,
you a high school kid. You 120 pounds. You got two fucking football players that are bigger than you coming to you, telling you to move when they don't own. For one, they don't own the shit. Y'all don't own this fucking school. I don't have to move if I don't want to. This ain't the fucking 1800s.
Since when in high school I was scared of two white kids coming up.
Not everybody's you, bro.
Talking about
not everybody's you, then, bro.
Since when in high school, and I was in the racist town too in high school, bro. I lived in Georgia where there was Confederate flags and this and that.
Confederate flags is everywhere, yeah.
And I went to a lot of track meets and I seen a lot of racist shit happen, and a lot of racist shit happened to me, and even on the football field. And what happened to them niggas? Got blown out. If they touch me, it was a problem.
And if that black kid was to fight one of those white kids, the only thing you would see on social media is that here goes another black kid fighting these white kids, start some shit, etc., etc.
Instead, he stabbed somebody and he's stabbing somebody.
Protected his fucking self. Don't put your hands on people. That's simple.
But
instead of trying to say that's not right, tell those white kids it's not right to fucking put your hands on people.
Right.
That should be the end of the story. Don't put your hands on people, especially after they warn you. Don't touch me.
Bro, it's not right to put your hands on somebody, and it's also not right to stab a high school
People
kid.
have to protect themselves, bro. It's that simple. Especially if you were warned. You put your hands on me once, okay, cool. Don't do it again. That's your final fucking warning. That's come on. Let's just call a spade a spade. 2 plus 2 is 4. You put your fucking hands on somebody, it's bound. Whatever happens after that happens.
I haven't even get into all of that, all of the details.
The fact that you think that black kid shouldn't be, wow, that free him.
Bro, he killed and stabbed somebody to death, bro.
One time, he stabbed him one time. It's not like you acting like he went full fucking. You acting like he went full fucking Ghostface on him. Come on, come on. He stabbed him one time
in the chest.
One time. He stabbed him one time. One time. People making it seem like he went full fucking Freddy Krueger Ghostface on him.
Bro, the nigga stabbed someone and the nigga died.
One time. Shouldn't have put his hands on him. Simple. Don't put your hands on people.
Anyways, we on this topic for too long. What I'm saying is, right? I just
think it's crazy, bro. You don't think? Come on.
Me I'm crazy because I'm saying that somebody don't deserve to die.
They don't deserve to die. They don't. But he don't. That black kid doesn't deserve to go to fucking prison for protecting himself.
Stabbed somebody and the nigga died.
Don't put your fucking hands on people. Don't put your hands on people after you've been warned. Don't do it. That's simple. Free him. Free him 100%. Like you said, okay, we on this topic for a while. All I gotta say is with this ICE stuff is wrong. I think it's wrong.
What I'm saying about the ICE stuff is do I think there's many different people in this country right now that came here illegally. There's people that came here illegally and committed crimes. Ain't
nobody illegal on stolen land,
Listen to me, bro.
This land is fucking stolen. It don't belong to who the fuck claims to claim it nowadays. So that's my opinion, but whatever.
But it's already claimed.
Los Angeles, California is originally a fucking Hispanic Hispanics were there originally. So technically, get the fuck out.
At the end of the day, it's not theirs.
Yes,
it's Los Angeles. It's a part of the United States of America.
Hispanic.
What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna? How are you gonna change that? You gonna give them back their land? Go give them back their land then. Go do that. But as far as in today's world, it's the United States of America. There's people that came here illegally. right? I mean, there's people that came here legally and commit crimes. Do I think they're supposed to be in the country? No. You committing crimes, brother. You ain't doing nothing for the country.
Most of them are not committing crimes, though.
Yeah, and I understand that. Let me talk, bro. Mm-hmm. There's people that been here for a while, that's been living, and that's been living in America, that's been paying taxes, working very hard. And do I think they should go back to their country? No. Do I think they should have a path to citizenship? I agree. If you've been here for more than whatever the statutes or whatever it is, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is. If you've been here for a while and you've been living in America illegally, haven't kept your nose clean, haven't committed a crime, haven't, and you've been contributing to society. Taxes. Do I think you should have a path to citizenship? Of course. There's people that came here and just started doing that. Do I think you should have a path to citizenship? Yes, but you crossed the border and came here illegally. A path to citizenship, whatever they want it to be or however they want it to be, what I think should happen is, okay, pay a fine, pay more taxes, do something to these people that cross the border illegally and have been here contributing to society. Yes, I get that. I 100% agree that, but that's not me. Trump is in power, whatever, and this is what the majority of America voted for, bro. And do I think it's a spit in the people's face that's been here, living, that went through that whole process? Imagine that happening to you, bro. Imagine it if that was happening to you. You came here legally. You paid your just dues. You did everything the right way, and then you see 10,000, whatever the numbers they say it is, that crossed the border and came here with getting government help, with getting about a person that's been here legally and went through legal immigration, through the legal immigration system. We can't get no government. We shouldn't be on no government help. We can't get no help from no government, no nothing, no government funding, nothing. You can't do that because that's stating that you need help to be here. That means you're a net negative to society. Okay? You can't. You shouldn't. That's on the part. That's on the criteria of being here. You can't get any government help for nothing. But yet these people could cross the border, come here, don't pay no just dues, and get government help and government funding from the government. How is that fair? You tell me, how is that fair to me as a person that came here and did his just dues to be here?
I'm not saying that's fair. I'm not saying that's I'm not saying that that's fair.
But you telling me, but what you telling me is these people should be here then. These people should be.
Yeah, the majority that are not committing crimes, that are paying their taxes, that came here for good reasons, that are here to give their family a good life. That just
came here 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
How long? It doesn't matter. So they could just come here, get government help, and be okay with it.
Most of them come here
without paying any just dues, without paying the I've never met any Hispanic. $7,000 that I had to pay out of my pocket, right?
You let me talk, bro. I'm letting you cook right now. Hold on.
I'm asking you.
I'm telling you. Me personally, I haven't met any like that. But I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying the ones that are here for good, good dudes and are here to provide for their family and stuff like that. Yes, I agree with them coming here.
So yeah, you agree with them coming here and 100%. Crossing the border legally or illegally? Go ahead, answer the question.
Listen, how I feel about this legally, illegally shit is you're not gonna agree with it. For one, all I'm gonna say is, listen, bro. All I'm gonna say is this.
Bro, you have to restore law and order.
Listen, bro, hold on, bro.
Rogue, and anybody should come in. A country without walls is not a country. A country without borders is not a country. So you let everybody in then. Go ahead. Let everybody.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
Let any and everybody in who come in here to provide for their family. That's
take the ones out that are committing, violent crimes and stuff like that. Yes, I agree with that.
And otherwise,
fine.
other people.
But the ones that are being taken out of this country that have been doing nothing but good things for their family and providing and paying their taxes and still, doing good things. The backbones of this fucking country, the truck drivers, the ones that are working the hard jobs, the ones that are paying your fucking and building your houses, those ones, yes, those people deserve to fucking be here. Whether they came here legally or illegally, that's bullshit. Whatever. All I'm saying is that yes, they deserve to fucking be here. Yes, 100%,
bro.
So you may disagree with it, but I answered your question.
They deserve to be here, but come here in the legal way, bro. There's processes to things. You can't just hop over a border and think
you said for you it took 2 years. A lot of other people it's gonna take a lot longer, and a lot of people they got mouths to feed. Well, I don't got mouths to feed. They got mouths to feed.
Allowed people to come here in droves, in droves to seek asylum when they don't even have no asylum going on in their countries. When they got people who have put in their papers the right way and did it the right way. Half of these people that's coming here and seeking asylum.
This is why the American dollar is going down in other countries, man, because nobody likes this fucking country.
You saying nobody likes the country, but everybody flee. But 20 million people flee their country to come here, but they don't like their country. This country though,
they go to. It's a lot of other countries they do that in, not just here, but whatever.
Bro, there was in the span of 4 years, they had almost close to 10 million to 25 million people fleeing their country to come in America, but they don't like this country.
You know how many other you know how many other countries that have that same issue? That's not just here. Africa has that times that by 3. Times that by 3.
10 to 25 million.
Times that by 3.
No, they're not.
How much you want to bet,
my boy?
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet?
Not. I said illegal immigrants, people coming in America. What are you looking up? Go ahead. Let me see what you type in.
Oh shit. I don't know if I asked that question right. We don't Google, y'all. We just probably gonna be some wrong shit, but whatever. Number of immigrants in Africa, 25 million. 25 million. 25 million.
Where's that?
Right there. In Africa, 25 million. Right there. That's one.
In the span of how many years? Come on, let me see.
2. Hold on. I'm trying to look up. Oh, fuck. Did I go to the wrong? Let's try a different one. Russia, 12 million. United States, 11.4 million. India, 10 million. Bangladesh.
5 countries with the most
illegal immigrants. So America is not number 1. Russia is.
Who is this from?
This is from World Population Review.
But how big is Russia compared to how big is the United States?
And I bet you if you combine the whole continent of Africa, it'll fucking double that. I bet you.
And Africa even in number 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, or 6, or 7 on that list.
But America's not number 1. It's not number 1. You made it seem like everybody wants to just come here. No, the fuck they don't. Yes, a lot of people do, but yo, come on.
What are you talking about?
Listen, we gotta wrap this up anyway, bro. All right, listen, we gotta wrap this up.
But what I'm
listen, my opinion is that I didn't even got to give my real opinion, like my full, deeply thought opinion. I love my fucking Hispanics. Them, the ones who come, man, the ones who so-called come here legally. I'm against that legally or illegally shit. I'm against that shit. Fuck all that. The ones who come here, pay their fucking dues, work the hard jobs that nobody wants to work in this country anyway. Even if y'all was to leave, nobody would take over them jobs. The ones that build the houses, work these hard factory jobs, working and still paying their taxes and shit like that. Man, I'm all for y'all. Whether you came here legally or illegally, I'm for y'all. Y'all work hard. Thank you to all y'all services, everything y'all do in this country.
And I'm for them too.
And I love every last one of y'all, man.
And I'm for
this
them
country,
too.
man.
And I'm for them too.
And all I'm gonna say is that is wrong what the fuck they doing, taking people away from their fucking families in their houses, the ones that work hard and shit like that. It's wrong. I'm against that. Fuck ICE and fuck Trump. That's how I feel about it. So, that's how I feel.
What I'm gonna say is, I think America is the greatest country to live in. For me being here, my personal opinion. You could disagree. Bro, you said that already.
We heard that already, bro.
I say, if you want to come to the country, come in illegally, the right way, like everybody else, like me and everybody else who I known.
That's cool.
Had done it.
I'm not
come in the right way. And for those who been here, bro, America, bro, you think Trump is going to take all these people away, bro?
If he wanted, if he really could, he would.
And I'm asking you one thing: who is the one president that deported more people than any other presidents in the?
Well, oh my god! But everybody knows this shit already. What you finna say, Obama?
Of course.
Jesus Christ, right?
And the reason,
that is so fucking typical for people to...
What do you mean?
Listen, nobody really fucks with Obama like that anyway. Obama was not a great fucking president. A lot of people can admit that.
But what I'm saying is, everybody chastising Trump for doing the same exact thing, and he doing it
Fuck
in
all them motherfuckers. Fuck Democrat and Republican Party. Fuck them both. They're both evil fucking parties. I don't give a fuck about none of them. They're both our parties of pick one. You're gonna be fucked either side, but just go ahead and pick. I don't give a fuck about none of it.
I don't give, bro. What I'm telling you is, bro. Besides black, right, or left, or whatever, there's laws for a reason.
Yes, there are.
There's rules you gotta follow.
Ones to break the law. Yes. Okay, go ahead.
There's rules you gotta follow.
Yes.
And whether you came here legally, that's a great thing. But illegally, guess what you did? You broke the law, nigga. Simple. And it's a spit in the face. With those like me who came here legally, went through the whole process, paid their just dues, paid thousands of dollars that I didn't have to be here, and then these niggas just what the hell? So you could just come here, do what you want, get government help,
not do what you want.
Bro, listen, that's exactly what they doing.
Not do what you want.
You could come here, do what you want, get government help.
Do what they want? What do you mean by do what they want?
Bro, they are doing what they want to do. They got help from the government. They worked
hard, work the hard jobs nobody in America wants to work.
Which I couldn't done when I came here to try and get.
They work these hard fucking labor jobs that nobody wants to do in this country, that nobody will work in this country. They work those jobs.
Of course they did.
They work the hard labor jobs that nobody wants to do in this country. Whether they came here legally or illegally. My thing is that if nobody will work those jobs and if this country would fall, bro, what's the fucking problem?
There is no problem with you coming in here and working. But do things the right way, my boy. There's law and order for
all this shit that's going on, ripping these innocent people from their families and shit.
Law and order for a reason. What are you saying? The people ripping people from their
taking these people from their jobs, their school. It was in Omaha. They're literally taking people from work and shit like that work hard, that have been here legally and shit like that. Taking them
here legally.
So you mean to tell me that you haven't seen that one legal person that's been taken back? Not one.
One legal person that's been one legal person. Some guy from Maryland who beat his wife and he had citizenship or what's not. I understand that.
All right, bro.
But there's things that's gonna go wrong.
Cool. All right,
I agree with them coming back and having their due process to come back in the country. I'm not anybody who have been taken away, who's been here legally. If they doing that and who's been here legally and they've been taken away, bring them back. I ain't saying they shouldn't be here.
It's not gonna happen.
What I'm saying is the people that broke the law, my nigga, they gotta. What you want?
That's the word. That's the only word. That's
unlawful, bro.
That's the only where we're gonna agree, bro.
1,000%. 1,000%. And guess who broke the law? Anybody who came in the country illegally broke the law.
No.
Simple. Bro, I'm telling you. But
no.
It is what it is. At the end of the day, bro, I like that we can have these conversations. It get heated. People could choose who they agree with from who they don't want to agree with. I know it get heated sometimes.
Y'all tear his ass apart in the comments, please.
Of course.
Tear him up.
Of course.
Don't take it easy on him a little bit. Yo, he a good dude. Yo, he a good dude, I promise.
Of course, people.
He a good dude, I promise y'all. He a great dude. He cool and he means well.
Of course, people
he pro-black as well. You know, he pro-minority as well. Oh, he a good dude, but go easy on him. But tear his ass up in the comments. Listen. That's going to end this video, y'all. Like I said before, to all my so-called illegal, man, it's wrong what they doing. I love y'all to death. Y'all do everything, all the hard. Y'all the backbones in this country, in my opinion.
Of course.
I love y'all. Hold on, bro. You gave your opinion, bro. We heard you, bro. We heard you. I love y'all to death, man. So at the end of the day, and one of my favorite, hood movies of all time, and the movie Blood In, Blood Out. My Hispanics know this movie. One of my favorite lines in that movie: blacks and Chicanos come together, they don't run shit. That's one of my favorite lines in movie history.
What?
Blacks and Chicanos come together, they don't run shit. Blood In, Blood Out. That's one of the best Hispanic movies of all time. Love that movie. Fire. That's just my quote of this topic, of this topic of the pod. But that's going to end this video, y'all. Please hit that like, comment, subscribe, share. Me and bro got more of these topics we're going to touch base on in the future.
We can't hit this topic no more.
Thanks for coming on, bro. Thanks for coming on, bro. I love, hey, man.
Passionate about
it's all love. It's all love. Thanks for coming on, bro, supporting. Y'all, this is going to end this video once again, y'all. So, y'all, please hit that like, comment, subscribe, share. Comment y'all opinions, man. I got new merch coming, new shirts like this coming, and way better top tier material and stuff like that. Just like this, but coming real soon. Please stay tuned.
No fear, man.
Love y'all, man. Stay fearless.
We don't fear no topics around here, huh?
Yes, sir.